here, as always, Sao Paulo, Brazil. It looks dry in qualifying, but we could always get the wet stuff. There's always a possibility around the Brazilian track. Tonight, tonight I'm joined by my fellow senior Mook Snorthole himself. I mean, he likes snorting lines in Monza, that's what he told me anyway. So, how are you doing, Christopher Bailey?
What a lineup you could say we had. Well, hey, I'm fantastic, mate. I'm just good. How are you?
I am very good, but
fantastic.
Scared. Because...
Scared? Why? What could be possibly
I'm just about to introduce our DriverCom.
DriverCom? No, that's not allowed. That's crossing a line, that. Crossing a line there, mate.
A man that loves French people in particular.
Oh, oui.
And yeah, so hello, and he's also returning back to MRC-X after 3 weeks out. Sadly, he can't win the title anymore. But Gav, let's get to the point. How are you doing?
I am exceedingly well, and I hate the French. What more could you want in this Brazilian? And I'm in a big pink thing tonight.
Oh, you hate the French? I thought you liked the French.
Extreme.
Yeah, hate is a very strong word.
I have detestation of the Frenchy people who are French.
Okay, right. Swiftly moving on.
So tonight's taken an interesting turn straight away.
Bailey, do you like the French?
Oui, le français c'est bien.
Okay, how do I kick him?
La France. Oh shit. I mean, shoot, sorry everyone.
So were you talking about the sheets there? I see.
Yes, the French. The sheets
on the bed. The sheets on the bed. That's it. Yes.
Right. Okay, we're going to move swiftly on. Let's look at liveries. We've got Laura Pell running his Dutch-themed livery, it looks like, every single week, but he is one...
It's French. I think that's French.
I mean...
Someone needs to exterminate him.
Well, you're on track, so why not?
I'll find him.
Don't forget, guys, Challenger tier title is wrapped up. Energy Dan is the champion. He done it with 3 races to spare. What a great season he's had.
I've got a thought for you. Maybe we should change it to last goal wins or last winner wins to make it interesting.
Yeah, I don't think Energy Dan would be up for that. But
well, I am, so that's tough.
Elite tier championship, we have Mark, we have Xavier, we have Laura Pell, and I've got a feeling this is going to go down to the wire. Look at Laura Pell setting the benchmark nice and early.
Although it's not as fast as that. Have you seen Baldy's gone faster? Here we go.
Baldy, look at him go. Well, he's 17, whatever we call it. Wow, his livery is something.
His livery is a hospital gown. That's what it is.
Do you know what it looks like? It looks like Alfa Romeo's testing livery.
Oh, someone's gone round middle sector.
Who is it? That looks like it could be Smith.
I like Gibbon's livery. Gibbon's got a very nice looking car. That's my livery today already. I don't care about anyone else's. I've seen it.
Oh, Gibbons. That is very nice.
Actually, Stuyvesant's is nice. It's very German though.
Right, I just want to take this moment to shout out Neil.
What's
the reason I'm saying shout out to Neil is usually he runs that really disgusting Red Bull livery. Today he's actually made his own.
A nice livery. Oh,
yeah.
Sorry.
Fair dues to the guy.
Sorry, are you saying that he's actually made an effort for once?
Yes, I mean I'm not as savage as you.
You've not been here for 3 weeks. You can't talk about not making an effort. You left the country, and Laura Pell making a lot of effort with that lap time.
You left us with nothing left. Sorry, Laura Pell, 107.8.
He's not messing around. Smith, what's happened to Smithy?
He's returned after a long hiatus from MRC, and this qualifying session hasn't gone his way.
He's been breaking his car.
We've got Johnny Dingle, as I like to call him.
Dingle.
Don't be a dingle.
Is he one of the dingles from Emmerdale?
I mean, you could say that.
Yes.
Oh, we've got the boss man watching. Hello Martin, how are you doing?
Hello Vladimir. Oh, not that boss man. I better not do a Bernie Eccleston and mix them up.
I mean, yeah, it's probably best we don't talk Bernie on this stream, to be honest. There's a lot of...
And Nelson, if you're watching, hang your heads in shame and reconsider your words.
Can I talk about something very quickly that should be hanging their heads in shame? Who took the brake board? Who took the pit limiter board out?
Who was it?
I have to say, if you've done this, please put your hand up in the sewers chat. Let us know, and we will.
And
give you some penalty points.
we will take away 10 penalty points just because it's annoyed Gav that you've had
and then
all
we'll give you
season.
20s because of the punishment. So you're only going to get 10 instead of 20.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you said it, but Gibbons' livery is something. It could butter many parsnips.
He's not gonna do things with you, mate. But he's just got purple in the first sector, mate. I just had.
He's flying, and his livery's great. I really like it.
I'll tell you something. I mean, obviously, he's tier 4 with me. And I believe he had a great race in tier 3 as well.
Oh, he's invalidated though.
Oh, that's so unlucky.
Game, come on.
Purple sector 1 though, but I am on board with the Schumacher theme livery of Carl. He's also showed. He also, I believe he took the win, didn't he, in tier 3? So where's he gonna
had a very good
pop
race.
into? Gab's got into 7th.
He's invalidated though.
Oh, he has.
Carl.
I've only just picked that up.
Hold on. Mr. Hodge has got a nice livery too. Not quite as nice as Gibbons, but still very good, very nice.
It's actually very similar to Gibbons in some sort of way.
It's nice little bits, and no offence, Carl, but a Schumacher livery does not butter my parsnip. It does not work for me. Mindful Wasp got quite a nice one. I quite like that.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Johnny Smooth has gone for a Golf McLaren livery. I think he's done this before.
Yeah, Johnny Smooth.
He's done 3 laps on those soft compound tyres.
Yes,
he's now holding up a car. He needs to make sure he doesn't hold up the Hodge himself.
Oh, he is. He's right in the way, and Hodge is on. I think Hodge has got wing damage.
There's contact from El Hodgio and the Smoothie Boy.
The issue is there's nothing in the rules stating that Johnny Smooth has to get out of the way because he is on a lap. But
but was he? He went very wide at turn 3.
He was on a. It did say he was on a time lap, but
Mark's car from a distance looks like a Fife's banana.
A Fife's banana. Do you want to explain that in a little bit more English
I think
rather than
probably
sausage?
best we don't.
Yes, you should. Please do, Mr. Banashee.
Well, I mean, a Fife's banana is like a banana that's yellow and curved, but the Fife's logo is blue and yellow. And that is what his car looks like, is a big banging banana.
Ooh,
can I also just...
has had a moment with the wall.
Can I also just say... Mark is also running the MRC colours, which Martin has pointed out.
Well, we did. Fife's
Purple and
banana sounds
purple
better.
and yellow. They're good colours.
Yeah. But
Oh! I see on stream that you've got the demon love child of Emmanuel Macron and Marine Le Pen. The very horrific Michael Nui Nui!
are you on about Ghost Rider?
Yes, him.
He comes across the line and he goes into 3rd. Good luck from him.
Well, the demonic love child of Emmanuel Macron, Marine Le Pen. Maybe
Do you
add
not-
some Jacques Chirac into that as well. I know.
Is Ghost Rider the only Frenchie we've got today?
Today I think so, because Guy is not here.
Fache?
Garçon. Fetch is not here.
Yeah, he's not here. So yeah, he's the only
No,
Frenchie
sacre
we got.
bleu.
We've got a couple of Dutch. We've got Mr. G Star, Laura Pell, Melvin.
We've got our Dutch contingency are here in strong form.
Saviour's
Good to
German.
see as always.
We
Das is
have.
good, yes. Das German. That's the only German I know. Is
I
Das.
mean, G
Good.
Star runs the same livery every week. That matte black just livery. It's Stuvine into P2. What a lap!
Right, he's obviously. If you
He's
were
not messing around here.
if you, excuse me.
Don't die.
Yeah, die quietly, Gav.
I will try. If you were listening to Tier 4 commentary and watching, you will have seen that I gave Stuvine's avatar a little bit of a ribbing.
A wobble?
You gave a lot of people a ribbing though, to be honest.
I did. Stuvine has flapped his
average night for you.
Stuvine has flapped his ears to get to second. That is the incredible work of those Stuvine ears.
Oh no. Whoa, Stu, I'm sorry.
I'll say one thing. Lurapel's avatar looks like a very dodgy Central American, Mexican drug dealer.
How are you seeing the avatars?
Because I'm driving.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So I'm going to describe it. Stuvite, it looks even more Wayne Rooney tonight. bit Mongo-ish. Neil, that's boring.
Can't call it boring when it's considering your stance on everything.
Baldy isn't bald, so that's just disappointing, although he looks a bit German. Don't mention the war. Melvin...
something? You're neither a knight or a shadow, so your name is irrelevant.
It doesn't. I am irrelevant. Melvin has basically Melvin has basically copied Neil. Melvin and Neil are the same person. G-Star looks like he's just strapped some leather to his head. Simba, wow. He looks like he's went permatan wrong.
The Lion King's got a nice livery, you know. I quite like it.
It's very similar to Scott's.
Simba's matching the curves and the flag of Brazil with the...
It's similar to Scott's.
RFC Danny, all I'm going to say is he's a fellow Scotsman, but he's got a rather wide nose, which in a country where they like to snort particular white powder substances, that is bad. Reference. Gibbon looks stoned out his nut.
Technical term, that is, for those who aren't fluent in Scottish, that's a Scottish term for, he looks like he's had quite a heavy night and needs a rest.
Mindful Wasp looks like a slasher. He's got it looks like a slasher over him, so he looks...
For those who don't speak Scottish, that's a term for a chef who chops up vegetables.
Saviour into P2!
Saviour
he is our saviour. Here he is.
I'm not quite sure how to say this about Saviour's avatar.
Oh no, I'm not sure you want to say it.
I think avoid.
He looks like...
Play nice with the young children.
Someone that may... strap a device to themselves with a timer.
Oh no.
Yep, that is where we are.
Right, Simba's into P3, 108.1. Mark still hasn't set a lap, but he is on a lap, so let's go and watch Mark. Lurapel's improved by a 10th, he's on a 107.7, but as I was saying earlier, don't forget guys, Elite Tier Championship, you still have Lurapel, Saviour and Mark all, but Mark is about to set his lap. He's so close to pole, 7,000ths of a second.
I've got a new nickname for Hodgie, Dolly the Sheep, because Mark, Melvin and Neil all have the same face. Their new names are Dolly.
Dolly the Sheep, okay.
Dolly the Sheep.
Speaking of sheep, someone's sheeply creeping out the pit lane right now.
Well, it ain't me.
Well, and it's, well, I believe that anyway, unless I'm looking at the wrong car, but there's a certain red car Rambo, oh, he's not left pit yet, actually, I lied.
Why are you lying for?
Rambo who tends to have some nice liveries, and he likes to show people his helmet in many senses. And I think we should have a look at his.
I like Stu.
If he comes on track, Ryan.
Oh, Stuvine's made some comments about his ears.
Has he got ears? That's fantastic. Good for you, son.
That Convertible says, hi ladies. Who's the lady?
Convertible, I think Jack Convertible, aka Mr. J.
I live in his head rent free.
G-Star, right? I talked a bit about how he looks like he's wearing a leather cap. If any of you remember the opening episode of Doctor Who Season 3 with David Tennant, which introduced Martha Jones. Yes. It was in the hospital, and the little old wifey who's the vampire-esque woman, she has the straw, but she had the black biker dudes with her. Basically, G-Star looks like one of those black biker dudes with the fondness of leather.
Yeah. Wow.
And the rhinos. There you go.
Right, can someone tell Jack Convertible to behave himself, please? He just said he loves me.
Please.
He just said he loves me, and that will upset Chris.
We need to pay some attention to someone who, at this track, has played the perfect livery card. Get on board with Red Car Rambo right now.
Yeah, I'm on it now. He has played his Senna livery at Brazil. But this is where I decide, has he got a Brazilian helmet on?
He's got the Senna helmet on.
He has got the centre helmet. Okay, I'll let him off.
That wins
Right.
livery of the year.
No,
debate.
but at the same time, you know, you were saying about how you like Mr. Simba's livery.
I do.
It's very similar, if not the same, as Scott's.
You know what? Scott does quite like. Sorry, Scott does do quite a nice livery here and there. To be fair, I'm a big fan of Scott's work. Not as much as Rico Rambo's though. Right now, that is the perfect livery for this track.
Shout out to Ryan though, he's doing no assists, he's still learning them. P10, solid little lap from him, but we are going to go on board with him. He's now on the run down to turn 4. Is he going to be up in the first sector? When he gets there, he's literally coming up to it now. He's about a tenth and a half up, so Ryan looks good in the first sector.
And so does his lap.
It does.
Anywho, I heard a rumour that a man from Stoke who lives near Middlesbrough could be, in some way, missing a limb. Or some fingers.
He's
That's
definitely.
a rumour I heard.
All I'm saying is, Mr. Red Car Rambo is missing something. I don't know what it is, but he's missing something.
Maybe it's a few inches or even feet in height.
Oh, he is over half a second up, so where is Ryan going to put this? Like, he's going to... How much is he going to get lost? He needs to gain about 2.5 tenths.
This could be a top
If he's
5
going to put it on pole, where is he going to go?
He's got
It's a
third.
P3, wow, what a lap, and that is not good for Xavier, who now needs to improve, but he's only marginally up in the first sector. Xavier needs to be on right, at least there, with Mark and the rappel, if he's going to keep his title hopes alive in MRC-X. What's his middle sector like? Is he going to go purple? He is, he's purple in the middle sector, he's 4.5 tenths up, so he's looking comfortable for pole at the moment.
Mark in second, by the way. Mark is doing
Oh,
7,000.
he is, but Xavier, he's coming across the line.
Here comes Xavier.
17.4, wow, what a lap.
Wow.
Oh, we've got Mark and Lorapel both pretty much together on track as well. How in sync is
They're going to have
that?
to go again. They're gonna
Mark
have to
is
go
about
again. G-Star's gone second.
Oh, he has, but it's so close between second and fourth. But Mark is the guy that's currently ahead. Where is he gonna... His middle sector's looking very tidy. Very, very tidy. He looked... Oh, he's lost his rear on the exit a tiny little bit, but is he going to be able to keep it going? End of second sector. Oh, he's only 800ths, well, nearly 900ths up. But he has got the run down. I think Mark will take second here, which he looks like he's currently about to get. So, how much is Mark going to be able to improve? Into P2, 17.5. Let's go aboard with Lorapel for the end of his lap. He's down though, currently. Lorapel's backed off. He starts fourth. So G-Star separating Lorapel from the other two. What about Carl? What's he currently doing? He's backed off majorly. Simba, he's coming in the pits.
Yes.
The Banshee is on a lap. No, he's invalidated. Mindful Wasp, he is on a lap though, and he's about half a tenth up.
Joe Smooth's binned it.
He definitely has. Where is...
Got turn 6.
What do you think of Mindful Wasp livery?
I like it. It's like a kind of camo bloody kind of thing.
I like maroon red. That's why I like it. But he is...
I think it's blood red.
Yeah, it's that as well, but it is 4.5. It depends where you look at it from, but 4.5 tenths up. Where is he gonna go? Into P13. So that is pretty much it for qualifying. Is Mark on a second lap here? Nope, he's backed out. So we have the two of the title protagonists in 1 and 2, Xavier and Mark. Third, G-Star. Fourth, the other title protagonist, Lorapel. Fifth, what a qualifying from Red Car Rambo. Sixth, Bit W. Seventh, Simba. He has still got hopes of a title, but I don't think qualifying that far down is going to help it too much, but he is still there nevertheless. Melvin P8, Ghost Rider P9, Stubine P10, Neil P11, Scott P12, Michael Wasp P13, Mr. Banshee Dot himself P14, Giban P15, E17 P16, RFC Danny P17, Johnny Smooth, Smith, and Control Alt Delete is your grid. Why is Dakenberg put Rip Johnny Dingle?
Because he died. R.I.P.
Oh.
There you go, folks. I've just read up the grid, so you can have a look for yourself.
I like when we do that. You just let them do it themselves. That's how it always should be.
I've even gone to the effort to scroll down for them, so they have eyes.
You're a very kind individual, Connor. You know what? Has anyone ever mentioned how lovely you can be when you're not being?
No, I'm sorry, but they have eyes. So.
Well, wait, what are you discriminating against the blind for? What if someone who is visually blind or...
Well, I read it out 2 minutes ago, so they've still got ears. If they're blind and deaf, then I'm worried for them.
What if they weren't paying attention?
Hold on, Bailey, if they're visually blind as opposed to what? Visually deaf?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, what else are they going to be? I mean,
Scottish.
Can we all take a minute to appreciate how much Chris Bailey's waffling?
Well, is it a potato waffle from Birdseye, or is it a sweet waffle that you can have maple syrup drizzled?
No, it's a blue waffle. No, I won't say that.
Blue waffle. It's a blue waffle. It is.
Rude.
Dakenberg said Connor is only lovely when he wins. Yeah, and I won this week. That's why I'm being nice.
That's all the time, isn't it?
Winners win, Dakenvertible. That's what you need to realise, mate.
Winners win.
I mean, I haven't got a 7-point lead in the championship for no reason. But I'm joking. You'll smash me at Australia.
Humble.
We are getting ready for the race whenever it decides it wants to get a move on.
Remember, record your footage, people. Otherwise,
don't forget your handage as well.
Please do not make a report if you do not have footage. Thank you.
And don't appeal if you've got nothing new to appeal with.
If you're Ian Beale and you've got nothing left, tough. I've got nothing left.
And don't forget as well, if we ask you for footage and you don't give it within 1 hour of us asking, we will only go off what we have. And if it goes against you, then you have the right to appeal, but you must supply your footage for that. But yeah, sorry, Gav.
No, I was going to say, I quite fancy being a judge.
A judge for what?
Yeah. Executing people.
Okay.
Judge, jury, and executioner.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, just in the aid of our glorious leader, Martin Hills. Hopefully, Martin, this pink will be a nice shade of pink.
Actually, yeah, I haven't seen.
3 weeks ago, you said my version of pink was not pink enough.
Well, you are now on stream, so but it's not giving us the helicopter cam to see your car.
Well,
we're just getting a side pod cam.
Wait a minute. I'll wiggle about.
There you go. We have it.
Works.
Yeah.
There you go.
Now you actually do look like a racing point.
So last night I saw a Banshee wiggle, but now I'm seeing a whole different
wiggle.
This is wiggle. I'm wiggling my pink thing.
Okay, I'm so glad you did go with pink thing and not anything else.
Yeah, pink thing. Interesting talk. Moving on swiftly. What?
Right, anyway, we are lining up on the grid for this race start.
Oh yeah, we have got a race tonight, just in case you have forgotten. We didn't forget. Did we?
Well, I mean...
I've got a pink thing with a white helmet.
Gavin?
Yes.
Sounds like a Turkish delight, that does.
I think they're saying you turtling.
A Turkish delight, is that a euphemism, Connor? Anyway.
Potentially. Anyway, why does it say we're on lap 2? But anyway, 3 red lights, 4, 5, and we're underway. And Mark's made an absolutely phenomenal start. He's going to make the move into on the inside. He's not. He's going to back out of it. Very sensible. Brave. You don't win the race on lap 1.
Flag.
Yellow flag. What's happened? Someone's round at the back. I think that's Mindful Wasp. It is.
It's the mindfulest of wasps.
He definitely is, but everyone else seems to have made it through pretty cleanly, to be honest, so we're definitely going to see a lot of battling here.
Oh,
But
Scott's out!
oh, Scott is round. What has happened to Scott?
He was right in front of me. Scott's
Wow.
car hit the wall. I don't know whether
He's in the middle of the track. I don't know how that's
no
not a
safety
safety
car
car. How is
No.
that not? I'll just see where he's parked.
Me and Neil were going side by side and have been since turn 4, and it was just right in front of me, and I thought, oh, help, my boat.
Well, Scott didn't do that on Wednesday when he was pressuring me for the win the whole time.
did a
Oh,
fantastic
Simba
job.
just got really wide on the last corner.
The Lion King
He's
needs to
lost
keep
the
it
place
going.
to Stuvine. But Mark is still keeping that gap down to Saviour at the moment. He's still within DRS when we do get to lap 3.
Oh,
Smith's
Smith's on
out.
as well.
Where's Smith gone? He's gone on the pit straight. We saw a lot of that this
Virtual
week. Virtual safety car. So the race is now neutralised. Michael Wasper's in the pits. I'm presuming he got wing damage from turn 1. So that's not...
safety car chat. We've obviously exhausted some of it during the week, but Gavin, I'm sure you've got a few factories.
Let's have a chat about first initial thoughts of F122. Obviously, I don't know yet. I haven't had time to play it. But
I love it. I love it.
You love it.
I haven't actually played it yet because I've been a bit busy. All I've managed to do is drive some of the supercars.
Yeah.
That's why I focus on, because I don't want to play too many of the actual.
But this is the thing, right? I mean,
ended, by the way.
Sorry, what you say?
VSC's ended.
Oh, it has. But we will save the rest of that chat for if there is a safety car. But Saviour seems to have gained a little bit from that VSC. It seems to be that he's gained about 2/10 there. Mandy says, Gab, next time could you have some yellow on the pink and be the Mr. Blobby mobile?
Yes. For Australia, I will be.
Basically, but then you need to promise him that he'll get your vote for livery of the day. I will willingly take your vote for 1 week. I'll let you vote in the YouTube comments and I'll count it. Actually, no, don't forget, guys, you don't send them to me. We will be using the straw poll, and I'm sure Scott will put it in the description of the video at some point, and it will always be in probably the driver of the day and the MRC-X section of Discord. So don't forget to leave your vote. We have got some beautiful liveries this week. Speaking of beautiful liveries, I do like Saviour's.
Yeah.
It looks like a packet of after
He
eights.
has nice liveries. The green and black one from Austria was my personal favourite of his many liveries.
Can I just say though, those top 4 have checked out from Carl behind. Mark with the fastest lap.
Carl,
He's now 3/10 behind. I think Saviour's made a mistake somewhere because Mark gained about 7/10 in that last sector. And that bit's in the pits. So I don't know what's happened to him. These camera angles are absolutely trash, may I just add. But Mark is closing. He's not close enough to make a move. Lorapel is also right up the rear of G-Star. So we've got that as a secondary battle behind the 2 leaders. Simba is also battling very, very hard here with Stuvine. So who are you watching, Chris?
Mark's hungry. He looks really good on Monday, and frankly, he's making Saviour have to work here.
Well, the thing
Saviour
is,
does not want Mark up his chuff.
well, the thing is, the one thing I know about Mark is he wants this. He wants to defend his title. He knows he's very much out of. Saviour's just got really wide on the last corner, and Mark is going to have DRS in it. I think he's surely going to make that move into turn 1, or is he going to hold off and make it into turn 4? Mark moves to the inside. Surely he's going to get him on the brakes, and Mark is through. He's taken the lead, and this will be huge for his championship if he can see this through. Saviour is going to have. He has, but Saviour's still going to have DRS. Is he going to be able to close? I think he is too far back. He is. Oh, that's such a shame. But brilliant move from Mark.
I'll tell you one thing, Simba and whoever it is he's fighting with are fighting together, Stuvine. Because I'm just gaining, and Ghost Rider's here as well.
Yeah, they've been battling quite hard now for about a lap. And I mean, Ghost Rider, he's no slouch as well. He's definitely...
Where is Ghost Rider from? Gav's favourite country. Not England, France.
He's from the land of no hope and no glory.
Scotland.
And the only place that's worthy of a invasion. Oh no, I can't say that.
I think you've broken every barrier there is anyway, so you might as well. At this point, the friendship has been utterly destroyed by you.
Yes.
Mark has really pulled a bit here from Saviour. Nearly 9/10. But Mark has got about 20% less battery than Saviour at this moment in time.
If Mark pulls like this on a night out, there'd be no women left in the world.
I don't think he's pulled quite that much. But, I mean... Oh, Chris.
If Mark's partner is listening, I'm sorry. I'm also not sorry.
That's a good point. That convertible said, was there even a tier 4 driver of the day this week? I don't think there was.
Yes, Night Shadow.
It definitely wasn't him.
Who?
No, to be fair, I'd probably vote for Night Shadow for reasons I won't announce on stream.
I had a gearbox problem.
Yeah, he had a gearbox problem, which ironically helped me. Majorly.
Saviour's closing up to Mark again, by the way.
He is. Saviour's had a really good middle sector. Mark, I think, maybe made a mistake somewhere, but Saviour's really harvesting his ERS. He hasn't used much at all. So, Mark is also, though, he's still got quite a lot. They've been fighting. Oh, Lurapel is through. G-Star seems to be struggling quite a bit. I have been watching him for a little while, but let's watch Saviour. Is he going to be able to close enough? I still don't think he's quite close enough down the pit straight, though. He's not, but
he will be.
How is his exit going to be out of turn 3? Mark seems to get really, really good traction out of turn 1, though. He doesn't. Look, that gap doesn't seem to get but really trash, I'm not going to lie. But we still have G-Star and Lurapel going at it very hard as well. Lurapel needs to close down because he is in this title fight. And he won't want those two escaping him too much. He needs to hope that Saviour and Mark start fighting quite hard. But Gav is right on the rear of Stubite now, so Gav is showing some very good pace. Let's go on board with that until Mark and Saviour are coming on to the pit straight. They are now, so let's go on board with the lead quickly.
Oh, Danny's retired.
Oh, Danny is out.
Oh.
Just
the Scotsman.
Control.
Does that mean you're the sole Scotsman in this race?
No, R77 I think is as well. But Saviour's made it. He's gone to the outside. Is he? I think Mark's played it very tactically and sort of let him through there. But Mark's exit out of turn 1. Mark is going to be extreme. Oh, he seemed to lose his rear a tiny little bit there. Saviour's gone very defensive. He's instantly gone to the inside. So I think Saviour is just going to sit there for the time being. Yeah, it sticks, but Gav is also past Stubine, but Stubine will get DRS down to turn 4. Who was that very slow? That was
Danny.
Yeah, okay, so that was Danny. And I've just realised Stubine couldn't overtake actually because there was yellow flags there.
I'm going after the Lion King.
You are. It's going to be oh god, I've seen too many battles of you and the Lion King in MRC-X this season. I remember Austria.
I did ask Hodgie and Simba for a 3-way through the Senate S.
Oh no, not a repeat of Austria, please.
Do you remember, Bailey, when me and you just went dead silent because we didn't see any of them come round the corner?
No, that was genuinely the most terrifying thing ever, and I wish I could relive that feeling. Make it happen, please, boys.
They're not clear. Well, they need to make some time up to Mark, but Mark is still harrying the rear of Saviour. I mean, Mark definitely wants this, but Saviour seems to be the one getting a really good run now out of turn 3.
It seems that the lead car seems to actually have more pace in each stint that they've both led.
Neither of them seem particularly quick in a straight line, to be honest.
No, I think they're waiting for Hyaro, which frankly is actually a very stunt.
Yeah, there's a lot of corners here, so it makes more sense. But one man that is flying is Mr. Night Shadow. He's already within the DRS of Simba, so he's a man on a mission. But then after, if he does, oh, he's got a bit wide there though, and oh, it's going to cost him a little bit, and another very wide moment, but I'm sure.
calm, Connor. It's all part of the master plan.
It's all part of what, you're trying to put Simba off a little bit, yeah?
Yes. Mandy will be feeding him information at the moment. She'll be going, the useless one's behind you.
The useless one, the French lover, the Rangers fan, everything is behind you. Is he close enough? No, he's not going to be close enough, but there is always that run down to turn 4.
Mark and Saviour, here we go.
Let's go on board with Mark. He's not quite close enough.
I thought he was going to make a move.
But let's whiz back down to that battle for 6th. Is Gav going to be able to make a move on Simba? I don't think so. He's closing. No, the gap is still slightly too big, but behind we have got Stuban and Ghost Rider. Stuban goes defensive on the inside and defends very, very well to keep him behind. Wow, we have battling aplenty, but G-Star's also back through on the rappel I've now picked up on. So, I don't know if you saw that overtake, Chris. I guess not. But Mandy said...
Sorry, I did not. However, G-Star had fantastic pace on Monday and a long run on the soft tyre, so see how it goes in the stint.
Mandy said Simba can hear everything you're saying anyway, Gav.
Yes!
Mark's having a look at Saviour and someone.
He is.
Saviour hangs on.
Saviour is... But he's not got the best run down to turn 3, and Mark is a lot closer now.
Saviour's put away. Simba, rumour has it that Mark is behind you. Brake testing, please.
Gav, you mean? You said Simba. Yeah.
Yes, like Simba. Mark's behind you and Gav's behind you.
Yeah. But G-Star seems to have defended quite well, but Gav is right on the rear of Simba. Oh, I think, could we see him move up on the run down to turn 5? Gav's gone very well, he's touched the grass, but he seems very okay just right now, but he has dropped back a tiny little bit, but he's practically pushing Simba round the middle sector. This can only end in tears. Please don't be side by side through the S's, I beg you.
Mark's very close to the back of Saviour, coming to DRS on the back straight.
He is. We are going to go on board with the 2 leaders again, but we've got action all the way down the track, so...
This is the title. Mark's pitted. Mark is bailed.
Mark has come into the pit, so he's gone for that undercut. They seem very evenly matched for pace at the minute. It is, so...
He's bailing out.
I think G-Star has... This is where G-Star needs to get through. He needs to get past him now and really put his foot down to gain anything on Mark.
You mean a rappel? Yes.
Yeah, well, both, to be honest.
Simba's in.
Simba's also in, so he's got the undercut on Gav. Mr. El Ghostio himself. Neil seems to have dropped back a little bit. He's just there, 6th place, chilling at the moment.
Got Carl lining up Gib. Carl on Gib into turn 1.
Let's go on board with Carl. No, Gib went very well. Oh, Carl's got very wide, but now he's under pressure.
Does he get DRS from Stuvine? Gavin's got a penalty.
Gav's got 3 seconds.
Yeah, that was
a penalty. What happened, Gav?
Front wheel slightly over the track limits.
Oh. So you were cheating?
Yes.
I see. And Saviour doesn't pit. Saviour's continued for another lap, so he's going to try and eke out the
G-Star and the rappel both look like they're continuing as well, so are they
going to 1-stop and Mark 2-stop it?
The only thing is, Mark pitted. Mark's going to have to do 23 laps on those mediums. I mean,
Mark's surely got 2-stop.
I mean, I did almost 22, I think, on Wednesday, and my tyres felt absolutely trashed by the end of it.
I mean, I did, what was it, 18 or 19 laps on the softs, but
yeah,
both Tier 3 and Tier 4, and they were actually okay.
To be honest, I don't like the medium tyres here anyway. So using them for 23 laps was even more painful.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, I think soft was definitely the best tyre on this track, and it appeared to be reasonably durable as well.
We've still not had a safety car.
No, we haven't, and we've had 3 massive crashes as well. So take of that what you will, to be honest. But you know, obviously it's Bert's day off.
Hodge is gaining on me.
Saviour stays out.
Chasing down.
G-Star stays out, Lorapel stays out, so none of them coming in. Simba's got 3 seconds, that's not ideal for him, but I mean his race is with Gab, and Gab's also got 3 seconds as well, so they're now very even. Carl has also got past Johnny Smooth, so Carl is absolutely flying on those medium tyres. He showed great pace in tier 3 as well. He's on the back of Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider's on the hard tyres. That's a strange choice.
That's a typical French decision. Stupido.
Stupido.
Not stupid. Yes, anyway,
I'm
hello.
starting to get an impression that you don't like the French. That's coming across right now quite
I
good.
don't know, I don't understand where this is coming from. Rumours that my enemies have made up to discredit me.
So, so basically, you're not in control of what you're saying. Is that what you're saying to us?
I'm never in control of anything.
I did notice.
Oh, Control Alt Delete's retired.
He has
Oh!
a safety car!
Oh!
Wow, that is such a strange place for Control Delete is on the exit of turn
and
1.
Saviour didn't get a chance to pit, but G-Star and Lorapel both did.
Oh, that's such a shame for Saviour, but he's going to be okay because he didn't get picked up by the safety car, so he's going to be fine. But is Mark close enough to get them both? Or are they going to gain majorly?
I think Mark should pit. He's not pitted, but I think he should have. Ooh.
I mean, that is very unfortunate. I mean, well, Saviour's got away with it by the fact they didn't pick him up, so he did get away with that just about. Because they're going to have to stay under Delta until...
Nobody's under Delta.
What, at the moment?
None of us are under Delta. No, the Delta's now back, but it wasn't to begin with.
Oh, okay, so that won't have helped Saviour too much, but he should be okay now.
Yeah.
Wonderful. That's what we want to hear. He should be okay. We like Saviour.
I've just realised that Gav did sneak in. And now he's neutralised it. He's going to be there with Lorapel, G-Star.
Speaking of sneak in a little T1 prep, because obviously Saviour, who we have on board in the picture now, is in contention for the championship for Tier 1 on Monday. Live.
He could be the first driver to do the dirty double.
What, MRC-X and Tier 1?
He could be. So that'll definitely be an interesting one to look at.
That would be.
I mean, I think he's being a bit greedy personally. You should share the love a little bit, but
You know. He's my favourite German.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Just don't mention the war.
War?
Or the wars.
Yeah, that we won, by the way.
The big one.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we
That's
should
all about England versus Germany in the Euros last summer, right?
that as well, but let's just completely come off the topic of war.
Back to the new game talk we had earlier.
But
so,
anyway,
safety cars are very fun.
Safety cars are fun, but what is the first track you want to do, Gav, when you do start playing again?
My favourite track of the whole wide world, Jeddah.
You're gonna do Jeddah. What about Miami? Are you tempted or?
Miami's hard.
Not right now, I'm not, because I'll do exactly. I didn't do Jeddah until the week we were racing at MRC.
Well, we did a few fun 5-lappers around there, which we won't announce on stream.
But yeah, I'll do Miami at some point. But yeah, Jeddah. I love Jeddah. That circuit is amazing.
I remember. Didn't you win a MRC-X around Jeddah as well?
I did Tier 4 win.
Oh yeah, you did win Tier 4, because I was on comms for that as well.
Yeah,
so
that sounds like it was rigged.
I think anything that has Gav in it, or Gav hosting it, is rigged. Like,
exactly.
To be honest, like you saw Tier 3, he comes into Tier 3 this week, and we actually have a clean race. So I don't know what's...
surprising.
Yeah. The week
rain,
before we had
nothing.
barely any finishes and a record amount of safety cars. So
That's because I wasn't here to sort of command the respect of the pride.
I'd like to point out though, we've gone 2 weeks in MRC, so 10 races with no rain.
Wait, you're going to get some in Australia.
If there's rain in Australia, I will cry because I can't drive it in the dry.
You'll also get some, yes, Chris.
Lovely.
Question, can I ask a question? Where's the Lion King? Because he was behind me and he's
the Lion King is
P13.
I think he boxed again under the safety car for a set of softs, which is
Why
I'm
did he
guessing
do
there's
that?
some sort of glitch there because he can't go to
Well, safety car.
actually he could. Gav did 18 laps. He's gonna have to do 18 racing laps if he's gonna go to the end. So I mean, Simba can go to the end on those tyres. What lap did your tyres start to feel awful on Wednesday, Gav?
3.
73. 17.
17, okay. So...
Mine felt awful after 3 in Tier 1 on Monday, just saying.
What, softs?
Yeah.
You're not treating them right, Bailey. What have I told you? Safety car in!
I don't treat anything right.
So, Saviour is now the de facto safety car.
The saviour car.
Where is Mark? Go to place his car to try and get a run on him. Well, yes. Cheers, Jeff. But
oh, rest in peace, Jeff.
No,
he
don't.
He is behind you.
I hope he rots in hell, Jeff. To be honest.
Jeff, I'm saying he's dropped it already. Oh, but
He
Mark's
has.
right with him.
Mark's gone with him. Mark was not being pulled by Saviour this time, but he's not close enough to make a move, and he's not going to have DRS for 2 laps either. But this brings everyone back into play as well. You've got Gab there, you've got Carl there, you've got E17 who's having a brilliant race there in P7 as well. So you've got many battles here going to be happening up and down the grid. But Lorapel is right on the rear of G-Star. He's just sat there waiting and waiting. G-Star's really looking twitchy with his rear end though. He's almost twerking for Lorapel at this point.
He wouldn't be.
You?
No, I probably would.
You twerk for Lorapel?
Yeah, I like Liverpool. It's a good racer.
Simba's round! Something's happened to Simba!
Simba.
Yep, he's round in the centre S's. Oh, it's so unlucky. Oh, he's on his soft tyres. He's not going to make any gain from that either, sadly. So that's put him in a bit of no man's land. But Saviour's had a very good restart here.
After an initial getaway which wasn't great, he's pulled.
Yeah, he definitely has. Gab's kept with Lorapel quite well as well. So, I mean, these guys that have just put on the mediums, they can definitely go to the end. Mark is going to struggle a lot more towards the end, but he can go to the end. So, it is a race to the end now, Chris, to be honest. So,
well, to be honest with you, it's always a race to the end. Because technically,
well, yeah, no, but I mean,
and you race to that point.
There should be no more strategy involved unless there's a safety car. To be honest,
any more safety car, yes, that's tasty.
Yeah.
That said, the front 5, I'll include Gareth out of niceness. The front 5 are very neat and tight together.
They definitely are, and the middle sector. The thing is, the middle sector you can't really make a move. Like Gab's dropped out of the DRS of Lorapel now, but he doesn't get it this lap at where he will get it at the end, at the start on the run down to turn 4. But Saviour's pulled 7/10, so even if Mark gets DRS, he's not going to be close enough to make a move at the moment. And G-Star's still right there as well, so G-Star, Lorapel, we've got a bit of a DRS train now.
Back of Ghost Rider as well.
Let's go on board with that, because I think that's the closest one. Yeah, I think Ryan's going to maybe get this done, because Gibbon's on the hard tyres as well. I've got a feel for him. But Ryan's me, oh, he pulled out, but then he sort of just backed out of it, so he had no real choice but to. But that gap at the front is still coming down and then going up and then coming down. It's just fluctuating all the time. Gab's dropped about a second behind Lorapel now as well. So The front four are starting to pull away a little bit now. Gav, you need these four to start battling, don't you?
Well, I had a little rear end unhappy moment coming out of the previous lap, so that cost me a little bit, but I kind of kept the gap to a second at the moment.
Oh, one thing I will point out is you pulled a gap to Mr. Carl Edens.
Yes!
So you're no longer under pressure from him, so you can just right now focus on what's in front. Carl can't go to the end, he's on 16 lap hole mediums. He's just been overtaken by E17, who's on the soft tyres.
E17's got really good pace.
No, he has. He's on the soft tyres as well, so he's definitely not going to be able to go to the end either. I highly doubt he's on 8 lap hold softs.
How many laps had Carl's mediums done?
16.
Wow.
Yeah. So Carl's pace will drop off. It'll be interesting to see if E17 can catch up to the back of you on those set of softs though. It could happen.
And he's done.
Mark's got 3 seconds! Oh, that is not good for him at all.
Oh no.
He really now needs to push and get past Xavier. That needs to be the motive for Mark, but at the minute he's going to be dropping down to behind Gav. So that is
3 seconds as well.
Okay, right, so he's going to be P4 then. But that is not good at all for Mark.
Baldy Baldy has lost time to me in this lap.
Yep, he definitely has. So his soft tyres aren't working as well. Either that or you're just very good. 3 seconds for Baldy as we're talking about him. That is not ideal, sadly for him, and he's now under pressure from Mr. Carl Edens. And Neil's right on his rear as well. He's still going to make a move. He's not quite. He nearly got overtaken twice into one corner there. I'll tell you something, Xavier, I think he's almost toying with Mark at this point. Xavier's just controlling that gap at the moment. It's literally stayed between 6 and 7 tenths for about 3 laps now. So
I think that this is going to be a tight finish now.
Yeah, it is, but the thing is, Mark has to get past Xavier. Because he needs to pull away from G-Star and Lorapel, and he's not doing that at the minute with those 3 seconds of penalties. Or he just needs to sit there and absolutely pray that those guys are going to pick up penalties themselves. So, but Mark is Mark's right on the rear of Xavier. I think there was even a tiny bit of contact there, but Mark's had an awful exit, and now he's going to be under a lot of pressure from G-Star. G-Star's already side by side. He's got DRS and G-Star is through. G-Star's up to P2, and now it's up to him to pressure Xavier. But Mark, he got so unlucky on the exit. But Lorapel's there now as well. Lorapel's got wide, there's contact. Has Mark got wing damage? Mark's got wing damage. That explains it. He's got end plate damage. Oh, Mark. This race has run away from Mark quite a lot. I've just realised he's got damage from the contact with Xavier in turn 1. Is that Mark's title hopes going up in smoke a little bit there, sadly for him.
There's a long way to go still in this race, a long way to go.
There is still a long way to go. A safety car could always bring him back into play, and to be honest, he's done well to keep Lorapel behind him with the wing damage, but Lorapel is now past, and Mark will more than likely come into the pits. Yep, he will do. So he is going to be getting that wing change. I'm guessing Mark will put on... he's got 5 seconds now for speeding in the pit lane. That's going to be frustration kicking in, I think, as well.
Doesn't rain at pause. When one thing goes wrong, multiple do.
Yeah. Xavier now 1.5 seconds ahead of G-Star. I mean, Xavier seems to be in a world of his own at the moment.
That incident with Mark following him into the entrance of turn 1, and then obviously Mark, Lorapel and G-Star, has bought Xavier some time, and that DRS gap he's now got really is going to allow him the chance to breathe. Yeah,
it definitely is, and I mean, he's still got 33% of his DRS left. G-Star's got about the same, and Lorapel taking it even more easy, but Lorapel's lost a lot of time through battle. He was held up by Mark with the wing damage as well. So, Mark's dropped all the way down to 15th place as well. Mark needs a safety car late on here. 100%. But Gav's also Gav's still there. He's still in touch with Lurapel just about for now anyway. But Gav does have that 3-second penalty. But at the minute, Gav will take the win for the challenger tier. So...
Ooh. Jeff's telling me to push! Push like there's no tomorrow!
So is that what you're going to do?
No.
Nope.
Yes, I am. That's why you heard all the screaming.
But Carl is... I tell you something, right? Carl is showing some very good pace on those 20-lap-old mediums.
But he does need to put at some point that yellow flag at turn 1. It's Boldy. Boldy's gone
Oh,
round
he was
turn
having
1.
such a great race as well. That's such a shame for Baldy. I mean, Mark's made up another position there. How can... Where could Mark recover to here? Because he's got Gibbon to get past, but then he's got 10 seconds to Simba after that. I'll be honest, watching Mark and Gibbon together, their liveries look very similar. So Gibbon's just let Mark through. I think Gibbon sort of knows that's not his race and it's not worth losing time to Mark. So I think that was quite sensible of Gibbon to do that. But
Gibbon's quite a sensible guy in general, to be fair to him.
He is. He was a great teammate when I had him as a teammate as well. He's just an all-rounder, very good driver.
It's hard for him to get to the end, just because the pace.
It is. I do think it was a bit of a glitch. I don't personally see why anyone would put the hards on unless you're boxing on like lap 1 with damage. Then I guess it can make sense. But
shout out to Neil, who's having a good race up in 5th place.
Neil's just passed Carl.
He has.
He has. Those two have been really.
Driving well.
Those two have been really battling. I mean, this is just biding Gav more time. Gav's sort of just in a world of his own at the minute, in the race lead for Challenger tier. But P4, he's lost a bit of time to Lurapel, but I mean, Lurapel is a championship contender for a reason.
Lurapel is La Ripodi.
Yeah.
Rapid, that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, and G-Star's struggling quite a bit by the looks of it as well. Wait, hold on. Lysius has put "Let's go Saviour MRC-X winner season 7."
It's a bit presumptuous because we've not had 7 seasons of MRC-X.
Does Saviour win the title as things stand? Let me work this out. Hold on. I need to go onto Discord.
Yeah, I'm just looking down Sunbeam's bear with.
Because I'm not sure what the gap back is to Lurapel. That's the issue.
The gap for Mr. Saviour for Lurapel is 4 points going into this.
Okay, so
as it stands, we technically 14 clear with 1 race to go. As it stands.
Okay,
and
so
Mark,
it's definitely not confirmed then after this. No, Mark is scoring. He always scores. You always score points in MRC-X. So Mark will be currently getting...
He's also just done fastest lap.
Yeah.
This, you don't get
so I think Mark at the minute will be getting around about 4 points if my...
Which will put him 21 behind.
Oh, that's going to be so unlucky.
Do you know, you now get to the scenario of...
Neil's pissing. Neil's pissing.
Well, do you know, I was literally just about to say, do you now pit for a set of softs? If you are in the position of comfort, do you now pit? And just go...
Yes, it does make sense to do that. I mean, if you're sort of not battling with anyone in front and you've got no real threat from behind, like, the next person in, I would presume, if I was him at least, would be Carl. He's 23 laps on a set of mediums. He's got 4 seconds behind. Okay, Ryan's going to the end, but he's going to be so much quicker than Ryan on a fresh set. So...
Oh, Neil's hit the pit wall on the way out the pits. I think he just got damage.
That damage. That's such a shame. He's been having a great race. He's got no visible damage, but you know about the invisible damage you can get, so...
Yes.
Would I pit?
No. Because you've got Mr. Carl just 6 seconds behind you.
The issue for you is you're going to come out... You're going to come out, I think, about maybe just ahead of Mark.
Oh, I might stay out then.
If I were to stay out,
yeah,
the gain for pitting will be too little.
But to say that, you'd still be 3rd in the Challenger tier.
You would, but Carl's got to pit at some point.
And
anyway.
you would have the two people you'd have to battle with for the win.
Stevine's pitting actually.
Directly in front of you
have to worry about
is Melvin.
Because Bit's got to pit, so it's just Melvin you'd have to fight. And Melvin's probably going to have to pit as well. He's done 20
And
laps
well,
already
Carl
this
is
time.
now part of the elite tier, so he doesn't even have to worry about Carl.
Carl's fallen back to 7 seconds behind me. I mean, these mediums can go to the end, yeah. I mean, it's an interesting one. It was just I was running through it in my head.
Yeah, but did Carl start on softs? I can't remember.
He did.
Okay, so Carl doesn't necessarily have to pit again, but if I was him, I'd definitely consider it, just for the fact that he's got 24 laps. I bet them tyres feel utterly dreadful. Let's go on board with Carl briefly, just to see if it's visible. Oh, that's not good for Gav. No, I definitely wouldn't pit if I was you.
No, it's just something minor. This MRC-X season's been really funny for me because we had the really good battle in the opening race in Bahrain, and then I had 2 DNFs, and then I think I finished 4th or something, and then I've missed 3 weeks. So this is like coming back to being reborn.
Oh yeah, you had a DNF in. Oh, Mindful Wasp is out. Is that going to spring a late safety car? It does! Oh, that changes the game for almost everyone, but that doesn't help the Banshee with his 6 seconds of penalties. So, that is... But, do you know the one man that does help? Mr. Hodgson. Well, it helps him at least somewhat. I mean, it's going to move him up the field. I would expect to see everyone come in here, Chris, to be honest, other than the ones that have just pitted.
Well, looking here now, Gav, you've been debating about pitting. Now, this is the time where that debate, no longer. That is a question of pit now.
Yeah, but it's his penalties. That's the issue.
But that's the thing, the penalties is going to screw you anyway, and most people, I think, like the likes of Carl, Melvin, are probably going to pit. That's it.
No, pose him. Oh, G-Star. Oh, that is...
I'll be honest, that was a bit naughty.
Yeah, I think that one needs to go to the stewards, but Laura Saviour stayed out.
He did. Bits in. You've made the right decision because Bits in. I think you'll come out ahead of Melvin anyway. Simba's in.
Red car Bambo coming in.
Continues.
He continues.
He's
Simba in. Melvin in. Mark in. Neil stayed out. Stuvine is staying out. He's just pitted anyway. Giban, he's a bit far back to actually see at the minute. I'll tell you something, if I was Mark, I'd have almost considered staying out as well, just because he needs to do something different to be with them guys that he's in the title fight with. But I wouldn't want to be Saviour at this moment in time.
Did you say Stavior stayed out?
Yes, he did stay out.
Wow,
but
that's bold.
The one Ryan, and Ryan's he's back.
Why is that? What is Johnny Dingle? Why is Johnny Dingle being a dingle?
Why?
He looked like he was trying to overtake Saviour as a lapped car under the safety car, and then he's just sort of backed out, and then yeah. But that's fine. The one saving grace for Saviour is the fact that he's got Ryan behind him.
Yeah, but that's not going to save you in the grand scheme of things if you are running on really old tyres.
If Ryan can defend for his life, then it could buy Saviour some time. Oh, Ryan is a very good defender. I've witnessed it too many times in Tier 4 this season. But I mean,
Can I ask a question? Who's my nearest challenger in the challenger tier?
Challenger tier, it is
Neil.
Mr. Melvin.
Where's Melvin?
Melvin is P9 on track.
Okay. So I need to be 6 seconds ahead of him.
Yes, you do. And then you've got Stuvine directly behind him.
Although Melvin has, I respect Melvin, having had some good battles with him last season. He's not at the best of seasons, so...
The one good thing for you, I would say, is they have got a faster car, well, a faster driver in Mark behind them. No offence, Melvin and Stuvine, but they are probably going to have to defend or at least lose a bit of time to Mark.
Yep.
So that is one thing that's positive for you.
So lap 32, safety car will come in this lap. That means we'll have 33, 34. We'll have 2 laps of DRS. Ooh.
I mean, I think. I mean, Ryan's a bit disadvantaged here because he's got Mr.
Ryan's
Johnny
just purely
Smooth.
throwing a gamble in here, a massive gamble that, and he's just decided screw it. There's
The thing is,
he was midway in the top 10, he fancied a chance here, so fair play to him.
I think Ryan almost expected everyone to come in, and the fact that Xavier hasn't, probably I think Ryan expected to be leading, if you know what I mean.
Very late safety car in this lap call, very late.
It is very, very late. But when is Xavier going to go? Why is Johnny Dingle still there trying to get alongside him?
See, here's the thing, because the safety car came in this late, Xavier's not had any chance to back the pack up.
He's not, and now he's really weaving to get those tyres.
And he's got to make a gap.
Xavier's gone really early though. And, well, I mean, Ryan's still got Johnny Smooth in between him, and the issue is Johnny Smooth's on a fresh set of soft tyres, so he's going to have pace in that car. But
Ryan is going to lose position to G-Star in turn 4. As much as I like Ryan, G-Star's just got so much better driving.
Yeah, G-Star. Oh, he's moved to the inside.
Speed's good, but G-Star's surely going to send one here, surely. No,
but Ryan will not.
Sensible.
The thing is, this is 4th position. Ryan has every reason to fight this.
Oh, G-Star's lining him up for turn 6.
But can I just point out, Xavier has already pulled 2 seconds. This is what I was saying. Ryan is.
This is huge.
But I've just now realised Ryan has got a penalty.
Yeah, so Ryan right now is not intentionally doing, but he's doing Xavier.
Carlos got past Gav as well.
Yeah, tried to go out the inside of Lurapel.
And now Gav's gone for another move. They're side by side. Wow, what a move from Gav that is. That's incredible.
Xavier's got 3 seconds on Ryan and G-Star.
Yeah.
Already after 1 lap, so 3 laps to go.
But do you know what? He's also got Johnny Smooth right up his chaff.
And I've got Hodge right behind.
Wow, look at the restart from Mark. Where has Mark come
Mark's
from?
Up 6th. Wow, but G-Star's up to 2nd. He's got Ryan. That's a done deal. And oh my gosh, behind him. Nice. Oh, Gav's gone
Gav's gone round. Then the line of his contact with Lurapel. Mark's now gained another position. He's right on the back
of
Lurapel.
Mark could end up with the podium here.
Could Mark, I tell you something, could Mark end up ahead of Lurapel here?
I think he could, because
all of a sudden,
back of Ryan, but Mark's all on the back of him.
All of a sudden, this title race is looking a lot more likely for Mark here. Side by side. Mark's looking up the inside. Oh, he backs out of it, but he's also got Carl there for company, so he has to be careful there. But Ryan has lost position to Lurapel and Mark. But that releases Mark now.
He's got no pace, has he? They've all got much better tyres than him.
All of a sudden, Mark is back in this.
Wow, Melvin's passing Neil. Although Neil's back ahead of Melvin. So
Mark is back in this. I believe he's going to get DRS down to turn 4 as well, and he is very, very close.
Stuvine's gone round at Juncal.
Oh, Stuvine's round. Unlucky Stu. The man can't.
Mark and Lurapel's are fighting right now.
Ghost Rider!
Ghost Rider's next for Gav.
But look at Mark and Lurapel.
Oh, this could be huge for Mark's championship.
By the way, Lurapel's got no ERS left.
Oh, but Lurapel had an amazing exit out of turn 3.
Melvin's got 17 seconds of penalties.
How's he through that? We've got a yellow flag.
Melvin's spawned at 4!
So how was Gav? Oh, Melvin's out! But how has Gav spun and still now in the lead of the Challenger tier?
Because
in MRC-X, anything can happen.
It can.
That is why.
And do you know what? I tried to go up the inside of Lurapel a few times and it just didn't quite manage it.
The thing is, all I saw into that...
Oh, Gav just took Neil. What happened there, Gav? Oh, Johnny Smooth's lost it.
Johnny Smooth's in the wall. He's out.
He's just spun it. The entrance of a young cow. How has he lost it there?
How is he still alive? Oh, he's not.
I just watched that on board from Mark's point of view. That was terrifying.
But now Mark is closing. He's closing. Is he going to go on the inside? He does. He moves to the inside, and he's past Lurapel. That could be massive for Mark's championship.
Although Mark's got a 3-second penalty, so he needs to make hay.
Oh yeah, he does.
He needs to fly and put a second on bit this lap.
Yeah, I've just
If he
now
can,
remembered
he
about
will
Mark's
hold on
penalty.
He'll hang on to P4 if he can pull another second on.
But can I just point out Saviour's pace on those mediums? I mean, G-Star hasn't closed as
G-Star's
much
not
as you would
caught enough.
expect.
No.
I know he had 3 seconds gap after the first lap,
it's
but...
gonna be, actually, it could be a drag race to the lines.
Oh, yes, he is. He's got
could be
way
a
more
drag race to
grip.
the
He's
line.
really gained in this middle sector.
G-Star,
I think
G-Star might
Saviour...
have him.
Oh, I don't know. He's going to have to be really...
Saviour's got his ERS.
He's going to have to be
G-Star
there
hasn't.
and raring to... Oh, I'm saying Jesus God, he's in the wall! Mark's now up to P2. This could really help Mark. Oh, can he get the gap?
Without the penalty though, Mark should be suspect to lower post DRS now.
He is. I don't think Mark's going to have the gap to G-Star quite either.
No, he's not, but he will have it to bit, I think, if my calculation is right.
He looks like he's just about going to have it to bit.
Is he?
Oh, 1/10 of a second.
And Gas still was the fastest lap.
So, you said, how many points was Mark ahead of Saviour?
None. They were level. Mark and Saviour were level, with Lerapel 4 points back. So
Saviour now has a 12
points on Mark and
yeah.
11 on Lerapel. So 13 points separates Saviour first, Lerapel second, and Mark third.
Okay.
If that stays that way.
Yeah, okay,
wow.
But we are pending stewards' inquiries as always. What? But guys, can I just point out how much of a huge week? I would almost say driver of the day goes to Mr. Nightshadow himself. But we need to point out next week how big is potentially the biggest week in MRC history. We have 5 titles up for grabs. Tier 1, you have Saviour and
LRL.
Going
down.
Tier 2, you have the Fox River 8 and Mr. Bergen. Could he be a back-to-back champion? Tier 3, you have Mr. Carl Eden's. He is the current Challenger tier champion with Mr. BRD Calvin, who's really proved himself this season to be able to battle amongst the best drivers in the league. And we also have myself, I don't like talking about it too much, and Mr. Da Convertible ready. 8 points separate the two of us, and then we head to Friday where we've got Mark, Lerapel, Saviour in the fight for the Elite Tier Championship, all heading down to the final race in Australia. But Gav, are you happy with your race? Challenges here.
Do you know what? That was a phenomenal race. I mean,
that's a great word.
Well, it is the move up the inside of Lerapel into that Senate S. I had to do it. I had Hodgie right behind me, and I thought, you know what? If you're going to go for it, you may as well go for it. Go hard or go home. And then after that point, it was just a blast through the field, and yeah, I enjoyed that.
Yeah, Chris, who's your livery of the day? I'm guessing it's Giban.
It's between Giban and, I know it's very cliche, but Ryan's Senna tribute livery and helmet is something special. But I very much like Giban's as well. So
okay.
I'm going to share it with those two.
Well, don't forget, guys, there will be a poll made by Scott. So don't forget to vote on your livery of the day. Like I said, don't forget to tune into every single race next week, because you are in for 5 thrilling races, all with championships on the line heading in, well, in the streets of Melbourne, Australia. But thank you very much, Chris, for being here, joining me.
Thank you, it's a pleasure.
Thank you to Karun Gavdoc, thank you for joining me.
At least it was Doc and not the
I was
going to
say the other one,
Dick.
but then I had to literally change it. Yeah, but thank you for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you very much, gents.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell, because next week you're not gonna want to miss any of it. But see you all on Monday. Goodbye.